Welcome back to Garage Matters. Now today I'm going to do something just a little bit different. I'm going to go live with this 3 air filter comparison. One's made in the US, one's made in China, and one is made in Japan. This air filter is for a 2017 Toyota 4Runner. Now, it's been about a year since I published my last video on how to change out this air filter, but we're going to change out this air filter. But before we do that, I want to show you guys the difference between made in the USA, made in Japan, and made in China. Now, all 3 of these air filters will fit this 2017 Toyota 4Runner. So let's go ahead and take a look at what made in the USA looks like. So this one is a whole lot thinner. Let's go ahead and unbox this one right here. This is OEM, made in Japan. All right, brand new. So this part number right here will fit this 2017 Toyota 4Runner. It's also made in Japan. Let's go ahead and unbox this one. This one's also going to fit this 4Runner, but this one is made in China. Now, I did purchase this one off Amazon. So if you purchase these air filters from Amazon, you want to make sure that they are OEM made in Japan. So you get this one right here. I purchased both of these from Amazon. This one I purchased from the Toyota dealership. And when I went to the dealership and I asked for an air filter for this 2017 Toyota 4Runner, this is what they gave me. Obviously, I'm in the US, so I guess this is what they carry in the US. This one's made in Japan. And let me set this camera down so I can unbox the one that's made in China. All right, so first thing I notice is at least the one that's made in China does come wrapped in this plastic bag. All right, now let's take a good look at these air filters. All right, first thing we notice is that the one made in the US is a whole lot thinner, and then the one made in Japan is a whole lot thicker. Same with the one that's made in China. Now the one that's made in Japan, it does come with this wool matting on the bottom right here. It's almost like a pre-filter. And then you have like the filter element, which is about 1.5 inches. Then you have this top part. Same thing with the one that's made in China. I guess it's a copycat, so it does have this wool matting on the bottom as well. And then the thickness of this filter element is almost exactly the same as the one that's made in Japan. Now we flip this around. It's got no markings on here. No part numbers, no nothing on here to let you know where it's made from or what vehicle it is for. But just by looking at this one compared to the one on the left and the one over here, I'm pretty sure it's going to fit. Now, if you look at the one that's made in the US, on the bottom side, it doesn't have the wool matting on the bottom side like these two over here. And this is my personal preference. I prefer the one that's made in Japan because look at it. It is so much more thicker, and it has, I guess you can call this like a pre-filter on the bottom side as well too. So it's gonna trap more of those dirt particles before they enter into your engine. Now the one on the right, this one's made in China as well. It does come with this pre-filter as well. And just looking at the construction, it doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad at all. So between the one that's made in Japan and the one that's made in China, I really can't distinguish anything that's gonna make me feel uncomfortable running this knockoff that is made in China. Take a look at that. It's damn near identical to the one that's made in Japan. Now, this is the one that was provided to me from the dealer here in the US. And again, this one's made in the US. This one's made in Japan. And this one is made in China. So I'm gonna set this camera down, get all these filters off the hood of this vehicle, and go ahead and install the one that's made in Japan. So give me a couple seconds while I clear this hood off, and I will show you guys how to reinstall this air filter. All right, thanks for waiting. That didn't take too long, but here it is. Here is what this V6 non-turbo engine looks like. It's a 4.0 liter V6 non-turbo, so none of that turbo stuff that we gotta deal with. Now, all you gotta do to swap out this air filter, you basically pop these clips down like this. There's 4 on each corner. One right here, and then one all the way back here as well. So as soon as you get those unclipped like this, you're just gonna lift this up and then stick this air filter in. So let me set this camera down. I'm gonna need both hands to do this, but I think that's gonna work right there. So all we're gonna do is just lift the top piece of this air box and then just stick this air filter down in here, just like that. And then all we're gonna do is just come around here, make sure everything's lined up in here. Press the top back down, just like that. And then just clip this on right here. All right, let's come over here. And then the one over here, we're gonna grab the one that's over here as well. Bam. And that is it. So, as you can see, this air filter change on this 2017 Toyota 4Runner only took me about a couple minutes to do. So, if this is something that you guys wanna do, you guys can definitely do this in your own garage. Now, again, here's the one that's made in the US, and I stuck the one that's made in Japan in here. And then over here, we have the one that's made in China. Now, that's gonna do it this time for Garage Matters. And these are really simple things that you guys can do in your home garage. And it really didn't take too long, but I did just want to highlight to you guys those 3 air filters, because depending on where your air filter is made, you might get a better quality one versus one that's just made like from crap. Now, that's gonna do it this time for Garage Matters. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and join us next time on Garage Matters.